Hello and welcome back to Rogue Trader. So last time we had a very long fight with a chaos demon and all sorts of terrible things happening. And this time, well, we've actually got a lot of loot to get because, you know, this entire area was filled with enemies and now is not. It's now filled with loot, which is good for us. So we can loot all of this and that'll be good. If we ever found a shop. We actually don't know if there's shops in this game. We don't know anything. We haven't actually encountered these things. We assume that they exist because the systems imply them, but we haven't actually, you know, we haven't got to a point in the game where it's not linear, which is kind of interesting. Oh, that takes us to the western side. Interesting. So I think go down must be an optional path. Okay. But yeah, we haven't actually discovered a lot of the game's systems because we spent most of our time in combat.
This ocular implant was
so we would love to at some point find out some systems of the game, and that's my goal this time, is to advance the game far enough that we can start to see some of the other systems that aren't combat, because combat's cool and now we know how to fix that bug. It's even better. The bug we had last time where it all glitched out and they stopped moving, but we kind of want to know a little bit more. So I'm hoping that when we reach the first like major thing, that we're gonna get like a little hub to work with. We're gonna be able to get some like side quests and things and start advancing a little bit of our personal story, which I hope would work. What's this one? Helm of Determination. The wearer of this helmet gains 2 times fell bonus armor. The helmet also grants a bonus to fellowship equal to 2 times iconoclast rank. Oh, okay. Do we have a helmet? Yes, we're currently using the +3 logic goggles. So what we could get here is we could get 8 fell bonus, we could get 8% armor, and we could get a bonus to fellowship equal to 2. 2 doesn't get us very far. Okay, wait, we leveled up! I completely missed that. When did we must have just leveled up just then? Wait, did we level up off of the demolition? Okay. We can also give this guy it. So he's actually level 2 iconoclast. So this is going to give him a 4 bonus to his fellowship, which is currently garbage. And it's going to give him 4% armor. Right now, this isn't better than what he's wearing, but eventually it will be. So this is kind of Abelard's. It's just like Abelard currently has no stats. So he's got a few problems. Yeah, when did we level up? Can I see that in here? It doesn't say, but we definitely, I'm sure we weren't leveling up at the end of the last combat, so cool. Well, let's level up then. I like leveling up. Available abilities. So, precise attack. For the next attack against a target affected by an exploit, that target's cover efficiency will be reduced by 5 plus perception bonus plus times by stacks of exploit. So, that'll be 5 plus 4 times by whatever, and we get 3 exploits from that one that we from, is it analyze enemies? Anyway, we get 3 exploits from that, so it's 12% will be reduced from their cover efficiency, which for half cover is 35 and for full cover is 55. Okay. This attack will have 5 plus per bonus times stacks of exploit % hit chance. So effectively it's going to be like 24%. Well, does cover efficiency... I don't know. I need to look at the hit calculation. I was wondering whether cover must be rolled separately then, if these are written separately, right? Because I was thinking cover could be like hit chance minus cover, then gives you the chance of you hitting. But maybe cover is just a completely separate roll. Maybe it's a... You've got X chance of being hit, and then then you roll for cover to see whether you actually hit. I don't know. We'll need to have a look. Anyway, perception isn't our best thing. I have been told that potentially we want to go further into perception if we want to keep going down this kind of path, but I don't know. We'll see. Until the operative's next turn, their allies' attacks also remove exploits and deal int bonus more damage. That's cool, but that feels like a later game kind of thing. That feels like yeah, everyone can use the exploits, but I mean, here's the thing, we can just apply it and then use all the exploits when you attack, right? So does that not... Yeah, that's not going to give us very much. While in cover, the operative gains 25% cover effect efficiency, 15 perception, and 15 ballistic skill. This effect lasts until the operative moves does not stack. Okay, I mean that's kind of cool. Gives us some extra bonus into our ballistic skill. Gives us extra perception that we wouldn't be getting otherwise. It does, however, push us further back, right? Like this is pushing us into a very ranged position. Intimidation. The operative's next non-area attack, which is all of our attacks, inflicts the intimidated effect on the first enemy hit by the attack and all enemies in a 5-cell radius around that target. The damage dealt by intimidated enemies is reduced by 2 times perception bonus, so 8%, until the operative's next turn. This negative effect is doubled for enemies with less than 3 times the int bonus percent armor. So less than 15 armor. Okay, so that's not going to be like these rebels that we're fighting necessarily, because the worst armor that we've seen on them is 20%. So I would assume that we're talking like, you know, beasts and things, essentially. Like, things that are going to be unarmored, or like, I was trying to think of a Warhammer one, but I can't think of an obvious Warhammer thing for what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say like, if it was D&D, we'd be talking like the barbarian who's going out with, you know, just cloth armor on and pure rage to fuel them. Like that, this would be the kind of thing we'd be looking at. Okay, tactical knowledge. The operative removes 1 exploit from each enemy in a 5-cell radius around a point within 10 cells of the operative. If there is only 1 enemy in the area, the operative removes all exploit stacks from that enemy. All allies gain 2 times the number of removed exploits percent armor until the end of combat. What do you mean till the end of combat? As in, wait. That's potentially really good. Anyway, if 4 more exploits are removed, the operative gains number of removed exploits damage until the end of combat. Oh. Well, that gives you insane stacking, right? If you can get a couple of these going. Especially if we could have this with Adira. I wonder if it stacks each time you use it, or whether this is a one-off. If it stacks each time you use it, then potentially you're getting like some really high armor values and really high damage values, if you can make it work. Like if we double exploited, so did exploit on... Wait, yeah, let me double check something here. I'm just checking I'm not using the wrong terminology.
Miscalculations are for
So this
commoners.
applies 3 exploits,
I don't
right?
make mistakes.
So if
I
Adira
make
was to put
profitable
3
learning
exploits on,
experiences.
and we put 3 exploits on, that gives us 6 exploits, right? We then would use this we would then use this ability. This ability would give us would get all allies 12% armor, and it would give us 6 extra damage until the end of combat. That's pretty good. Assuming that you could remove all exploits. That's the problem. But it does say if there was only 1 enemy in the area. So if you basically need to try and get 1 enemy isolated and then go for them. Otherwise, the problem is if there are multiple enemies in the area, you're getting 2% armor, which is much less exciting. Okay, so that's definitely about positioning and things. And I guess that also means that it's really not that useful against hordes, like what we're facing, like lots and lots and lots of enemies. But if we're facing 1 enemy, like just 1 big boss, this could potentially be very good, especially if we leave it like a turn, where we could potentially leave the exploits on, stack it up to 12, get 24% armor and 24 extra damage until the end of combat. Okay, I can see that being good. So which one is like really good? The problem I'm having is that the really good one is perfect spot. Like this one goes so well with what we're doing. It doesn't in any way allow us to go into melee range, but it is also so good, right? Like the cover efficiency is great, the perception is great, ballistic skill is great. What we might want to do, maybe what we want to do is we want to pivot ourselves to that medium role. I mean, that's basically what this guy is doing. He's effectively we're building him to fill many roles. But like if we build him to be medium, right? So he's kind of behind the frontliners, but he could do a little frontlining if needed. Then something like perfect spot is fine because it allows us to buff his ballistic skill. It allows him to stay back when we need him to. Otherwise, we can get other stuff that would let him go forward. Maybe that's the play for this character in how we're going to play him. Because, yeah, we're not going to get anything that immediately gets us the ability to go into melee, which would basically be either a huge agility boost or would potentially be some sort of, I don't know, I'm thinking a huge agility boost or some sort of defensive ability that we could use. We're not going to get any of that here, so maybe we just grab this. I think that could be pretty nice. Yeah, and then that allows us to go up to what, if it's 55 for full cover, that would allow us to go up to a 80% full cover efficiency. 15 perception would be nice to give us a little extra there. The ballistic skill would be nice. Yeah, I think unfortunately that is the right move. Yeah, I think that I'm discovering some problems of things that we've done, but that's what we're going to go with. Also, in terms of like just building this character, if we end up being a jack of all trades, master of none, that is absolutely fine for me. And the reason why it's fine is because I love moving party members in and out, like, just obsessively, right? Like, if we've got a world where I've got a specific party member who I think would be good, I will love to just switch them in without having to worry about whether I mess up my team comp. And I think that this guy is going to be fantastic for that, because if we make him generic, right, he's never going to be number 1 in anything, right? But if he's number 3 in, like, everything, then we can easily switch people in and out, and although we may lose a little bit, we'll still be capable. That's what I'm hoping for, although Carouse, it might be his worst stat by far, but that might also be because he's got even more negatives to it. Action points are reduced by 1. Oh god, I didn't even look at how bad these were. Oh no. Yeah, oh no. We got 3 with action points reduced by 1. Oh. But anyway, I also think he's going to be really good on lore. Now, is that the most useful stat in the world? Probably not, but, you know, it's what we got. Which skill would I like? We could just go insane lore Imperium. I mean, I know we have a buff right now due to an item, but we could just go insane on it, right? Just like a lot of lore Imperium. Medicae could be useful because it would allow us to use the medicine. Right? Currently, we can't even use any of the medikits, even though we're by far the best. Maybe I take this, right? Wait. Yeah, let me double check something. So we took a perfect shot, a perfect spot. I just want to see what it says on the medikit, right? What does it say on these? Has Medicae, field medic, or base medic? The combat has field medicae or field medic talents. No? Okay, this one? Basic skill medicae. Let me just have a look. So what does it mean by that? So that's a thing we have to take. Ah, okay, so we have to actually take these. Okay, so no, it still wouldn't actually allow us to use medicine, which is... yeah, although we would be good at it, we can't actually use it. Okay. I'm tempted to just take some lore. But maybe I take Medicae and then we really try and get us the thing that would allow us to use it. That might be good. Maybe just taking this allows us to use it. Maybe let's be optimistic, but it would be really useful right now if we could. Alright, let's see. Yes, we can actually use medikits. Wonderful. Which means that we can actually remove some of these negatives. Yeah, I think we want to. So let's try and remove a negative from ourselves to start with. Because we have one and we know it's bad. So let's go that... Wait, where are we? Yeah, on yourself.
I'll make sure to return the favor one day.
Was that even a roll? I actually don't even think... Wait. That was just a... He just used the medikit and it didn't even remove the wound? Attempts to remove... It should attempt to remove one old injury? Did it not? Is this not an old injury? I think this is an old injury. I'm going to quick save, and then we're going to try this again. It's just that I'm sure we saw a roll at one point on one of these, but maybe not.
I won't forget this.
I don't see a roll. How do I, like, is it in one of these other ones? No? Can you not remove it from yourself? I don't know. Let's try this again. Let's try and remove it from someone else and see if we actually get a roll. I'm sure when we saw Abelard in the tutorial, we got a roll and it just failed, right? So let's just have a look at this again. Maybe I'm misreading what it does.
Fate and fortune favor the bold.
Yeah, okay. So let's try and remove let's try and remove something from Abelard.
Hold still.
Okay, so it didn't remove anything.
Much appreciated.
And I also got, as far as I can see, no roll. I'm not sure, which means I'm not going to waste my medikits trying to find out. Yeah, I'm very uncertain about how that works because it's giving me no like the game isn't giving me feedback on how it should be working. Like it's not saying you failed a roll. It's just saying that it will attempt, but it doesn't tell us what that attempt is when we try and use it, right? Removes one fresh injury, or if none exist, attempts to remove one old injury. Well, he definitely has injuries. Yeah, so I don't know. Anyway, we have it now, and it's not going to hurt us to be able to use healing, right? Like, just taking that single point lets us use it at any point, and it's going to scale off of our int, which means that... Is Abelard still talking? Yeah, so it's going to scale off of our int anyway, which we're going to increase more, so it makes sense to be able to do it at some point, because healing is generally a useful thing. Right. Abelard, I know your stats are god-awful, but, like, let's try this. What does he get? He has a new characteristic point. What's his base here, minus the huge negative that he's got? His base is 60. So this would not give him an increase. Your base here is 40, so you would not get an increase. Your base here is 40. Is that right? Yeah, your base here... I'm just seeing here. Yeah, your base would be 40. That's fine. So you're not going to get an increase of any of those. You would get an increase of agility, but that's not really why we're using you. I think we just go further into toughness. Like, we have him around because he's the best person at carousing. I think this is going to be useful for him overall. It affects his hit points. It's kind of what we're building him with. Then he gets a common talent. Okay. What do we think he needs? Enemies gain no melee superiority bonuses. That one is actually pretty good. Because if he's surrounded by a bunch of enemies, they get bonuses on him. But them not getting that would be good. Bonus to parry is nice, just to have. Okay, let's see what else. Nimble gives him a bonus to dodge, but I don't think that's what we should be doing. It will not die. Increases wounds up to half of the character's level rounded up. So he would get 3 extra wounds. That's not really... it's not really what we're looking for here. Get any skill or any characteristic increased. Okay. Grenadier. First, grenade use in combat does not spend AP and does not count towards the attack limit. That's cool. You would have your resolve affected when you're affected by an ally's non-damaging ability. Well, that would happen quite often, because you're going to get that buff from Idira. While under 40% wounds, Imperial World characters gain a +10 to all characteristics and a +2 to resolve. I do like that one as well. He will be hit quite a lot, so he might be under 40 a lot. And actually, because we have the ability for him to be Like, we have all these temporary wounds on him. It means that he could potentially be at 40% and have a bunch of temporary ones, so still be pretty tanky. That's kind of cool. I think that could work. Well, we're not really facing Xenos, so demonic. Well, we did face demonic, but that's not really going to help us too much. All allies, excluding Xenos in the current party, gain a +5 to the same characteristic as those chosen for humanity's finest. Okay. All allies affected by brace for impact do not suffer negative effects of melee superiority for the entire combat. Okay. So this is all buffing brace for impact, which I think is his Navy officer one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so these are gonna... Yeah, that is his Navy officer one. All allies affected by that only suffer half damage from all attacks of opportunity. All allies affected by it gain bonus to cover penetration, and a Navy officer gains a bonus to cover penetration. Allows the Navy officer to use any ranged weapon in threatened areas, knocks enemies prone and pushes them 1 cell away during the effect. All allies affected by brace for impact gain an extra turn with 0 AP and 3 MP, and increase their cover efficiency by 20% for 1 turn. I mean, the nice thing about this one, right? Do not suffer negative effects of melee superiority for the entire combat. Is that is effectively... where is it? Combat Master, but better, right? Because we wouldn't suffer the negative effects, and it applies to all allies. So if we think that this one up here is good, then that one is, by default, better, right? It is just straight up better. Now, having done all that, I have no idea what to give him whatsoever here. I am completely at a loss. I think that better to die for the Emperor is probably going to be useful, especially in these early fights where he is dropping very low. Just buffing him up as he gets lower is good, and the resolve means that we're likely to get more momentum moves, which might be good for him. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Talas! Hello. You? Ooh, you get Psi abilities, potentially. Okay. Creates an area that lasts until the Psyker's next turn. All allies within that area gain 4 + 2 times the Psyker's Psi rating % dodge, so currently 2, so that'd be 6 overall. The dodge chance cannot be less than the Psyker's percentage bonus plus willpower bonus %. Oh, alright, so that means it would actually be 11%, because that is those two added. Okay, 11% dodge. Can't have this one, because you don't have... yeah, because you don't have this one. The target gains 4 + 2 intelligence, perception, fellowship, and willpower until the end of combat. Okay, so 6. It could potentially allow you to get to the next level of a buff. What's perfect timing? All allies that are currently affected by any of the Psyker's powers gain perfect timing effect. When the ally under this effect dodges or parries an attack, if this ally has a weapon capable of reaching the attacker and has an attack that costs 1 or less AP, the ally will immediately counterattack with this weapon, and the perfect timing effect fades. Okay. That's pretty good. I like it. So why can you not take this one? You don't have enough Psi rating. This one would need us to have this as well. Once per round, the Psyker's next turn is moved up by 2 rounds in the round initiative sequence. This ability may allow the Psyker to have 2 turns during 1 round. Interesting. Once per round, the Psyker's next turn... Okay, interesting. Dominate. The target must pass a willpower resistance test with a -5 times Psi rating penalty, so -5 penalty, or at their next turn they will spend all their movement points to move as close as possible to the Psyker. They can act normally, but all their MP is spent doing that. That's not really what we want here. Psychic Assault. Everyone within a 7-cell radius cone in front of the Psyker suffers Psychic Shriek damage and is forced to make a willpower resistance test. All targets that fail are stunned until the Psyker's next turn. The target makes a willpower resistance test. If it succeeds, the target is merely blinded until the start of the Psyker's next turn. If they fail, they become blinded and suffer an additional -5 penalty to all characteristics reduced by blindness, and must make a willpower resistance test at the end of each turn. The first success makes them just blinded, the second removes the blinded effect. Okay. Anytime until the end of combat, the target of Mind Bond makes a perception, intelligence, willpower, fellowship test using either theirs or the Psyker's stats, whichever is higher at the moment. Okay, cool. The target makes a willpower resistance test. If that test fails, the target immediately attacks its allies. After the target suffers damage from Psychic Shriek and their willpower is reduced by 10 times 2 from the Psyker's rating until the end of combat. So that'd be, you know, minus 12 until the end of combat. The test succeeds, the target just suffers damage from Psychic Scream and their willpower is reduced by the same amount. Okay. Interesting. So what's blocking us from getting that one? Psi rating? Psi rating. Yeah. Okay. Divination. Divination specializes in gleaming information and using it to turn fortune to your favor. Diviners find useful insights everywhere, manifesting extrasensory abilities and glimpses in the future. You already have this. Okay, cool. Ah, so these are basically like if you want to get an extra thing, you can. So if you want to do some biomancy, you can like move into that. So this allows you to heal and alter physical characteristics. You also already have telepathy, pyromancy, and then sanctic powers, which are used to smite heretics. I think this one's good because it leads to perfect timing. Yeah, I think this one by itself is not that good, but the fact it leads to perfect timing makes it good. Although foreboding could also lead into that. I think this is maybe better than foreboding, but I'm not sure. Foreboding is a nice little dodge bonus, actually. And that works well with perfect timing. Yeah, let's go foreboding. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah, let's take that. And then here... what do we want you to do? Don't know. You're not tech use or logic. Like, your int is god-awful. Are these all int-based? The lore is all int-based. Mid-decay is int-based. Awareness is not. Awareness is based on perception. Yeah, in which case you can have awareness, because, you know, all the others are int-based and your int is atrocious, and I have no, desire to improve it. Also, what's your logic? Your logic's 50. Okay, I just wanted to check, because our logic's 73, and I was like, well, if his was better, I could have given him the gloves, but no, that's fine. Right. You, also operative. Ah, okay, good. You're nice and simple. Perfect spot is not correct for you because we want you actually in melee. Okay. Your perception is also not good. We could take this, but that would imply it stacks, which I'm not sure. Maybe we give you this one. This is an int bonus. Yeah, that is int bonus affected, because that would be anything with less than 15% armor currently. But if we can boost your int, which we want to do, then that's going to eventually work out really well for us, because that's going to mean that it will affect more. It will be tripled, which... oh, sorry, it will be doubled, which means that although your perception is not insane, the actual damage reduced will be pretty good. Yeah, let's take intimidation. Right, and then we're going to go for tech use, because that's what you do. That's your thing. So let's keep going into your thing. Also, for some reason, I missed Argenta. Although, you know, Argenta is, of course, just the best, as we have to say, given what happened last time. I'll take another point in agility. Gives us the stat up, or it gives us the bonus up in agility. Means your demolition is better, and really, it's what you do. It makes your dodge better as well, I think. Right. Bolt weapons gain extra armor pen. I mean, that would be cool. You do use bolt weapons all the time. Movement is nice. I don't think you need it. Nimble for the 10% extra dodge. I mean, that would give you 110% dodge. You can't be mad with 110% dodge. Solid projectile weapons gain extra minimum damage. That's kind of nice. Leave all of this behind. I don't know see, I don't know whether bolt weapons are what you're going to end with, or whether we're going to end up pivoting her to a different type of weapon eventually, so I want to just chill on that. I imagine it's going to be what she ends with, but, you know. Let's just chill. These are all the Imperial ones that we've seen before. Which is fine. Yeah. That's all okay. Is this, what characteristic? Did you choose this for Humanity's Finest? Yeah, so we could give everybody an extra 5 agility, which is an extra 5 dodge to everybody. All enemies in the area of effect of Hymn of War Furious Recital gain 1 stack of the Disturbed effect. Enemies that are adjacent to the devotee gain 2 stacks. All demons in the area of effect suffer damage equal to momentum restored by the devotee when using this effect. Okay. The devotee and their allies in the area of effect of the War Hymn of Furious Recital gain the devotee's willpower bonus, which is 3, divided by 2, which is 1.5, which you then round down, which would then make it 1 damage for single shots and attacks of opportunity. The devotee gains 4 times by the willpower bonus, so that is 4 times by 3, to armor against demons and warp damage, and resolve is permanently increased by 1. Okay, I'm seeing that it might be worth raising Argenta's willpower at some point. The devotee gains a 3% chance to ignore enemy attack. Why would I need that? I just ignore them anyway. Cleansing Faith. Melee, flame, and melt attacks against... Yeah, we don't have those. I think I might take Stronger Together. I think that's really good. That's going to give everybody an extra 5 to their agility when she's in the party. So you'll end up at 40 agility. Let me just confirm that. Yeah, so confirm. So you got your extra agility bonus, which is nice. Does that put you at 40? It does. Nice. The extra dodge on everybody is just... I think that's going to be really good. Just for a little extra dodge. Nice. Okay, well, we spent a long time leveling up. We got any more loot? Not necessarily here. There are more areas to explore, though. Because we have down here, and we saw some cultists down here. So it might be worth our time fighting those cultists. Now the question is, do we want to come down the stairs or do we want to fight in this direction? I think this direction because it's got cover. But let's see. Yeah, I want to fight you.
Your arrogance will be your downfall.
Show them no mercy.
Abelard? When do you go in combat? Oh, you go so late in combat? Yeah, let's stick you here. Just for now. Yeah, we're kind of using a sniper right now. We can sit at the back. You can go there. Argenta. Pascal is in a weird spot. Yeah, maybe go here for this turn. Yeah, I think this will be fine. Okay. Start. That's a lot of enemies. Was not as many... Well, that's more than I thought there would be. That's, it's good to know. They also have a lot of health. It's also good to know. 6% dodge. Wait a second, that's not right. How did you work that out? Cannot be less than perception bonus plus willpower bonus. Perception bonus is 4, willpower bonus is 7. So therefore that should equal 11. I think I can do that one. That should say 11. Right? Perception plus willpower? Well, I would think so, but, you know, I've been outvoted by the game. We need to see them to do these effects. Okay, I don't really want to leave cover currently. Can I, It's a shotgun, huh? I could move forward and maybe hit him like that. Let's just see if we could. No, I still need to actually have line of sight. That's the problem. I think unfortunately your turn might be move out, hit with that. Like hit with one of these and then just get back and cover.
I'm not so sure.
No line of sight to target. Okay, how far are you moving? 1, 2, so we could go this far. Yeah, so I think you go this far, hit him,
There is movement in the Imperium.
and then just like literally just go back behind cover. Is it a good move? I wouldn't say so, but it's what we need to do right now. Hey, nice miss. This guy's like, please don't do any more fighting. I can't take it anymore. So what's our chance of hitting? Okay, that's pretty good. Probably don't need to do this then, although it would increase our cover efficiency, which is quite nice. I just want to do stuff that increases our damage. We are -1 AP right now. Maybe stick a little extra
It's as good as
of
done.
this on him. And let's go for a shot into the head. That's a
On it.
potential kill. Didn't kill, but that's fine. We'll take what we can get. This guy's like, oh, please, no. Okay. That would be good. If we can hit this, that would be great. Okay. A grenade back there would also go really hard, I think. These three sing at the end of the, like the literal end of the turn order. Oh, that's as far as that can go? Okay. Could run up. Chuck the grenade. So run up. That would only allow me to go this far. Yeah, I was thinking run up, chuck the grenade, and then run back with run and gun. I think what I'm doing is I'm heading... How far? Run and gun gives us 4 extra movement, right? So if I go like here... There's 3 movement. I could go 4 movement out.
Doubt is for the weak.
Oh. That's fine. I didn't really mean to use this, but that's okay. I meant to use this. Just shoot into the pile at whatever we get, right? And then run back with run and gun. Yeah.
As the Emperor commands.
That's pretty good. We could also just fire on them again if we want to go crazy. Just don't even go into cover, just start firing. Potentially, that's the right move.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Yeah, I think that's literally the right move. And then we do a shift 4, which lets us get like a little in cover. Well, like not really, but you get what I'm meaning. Abelard. Get around here and then hit him.
At your beck and call.
Nice. That leaves us in cover. Then we want to... What's a 0 to do brace for impact? So maybe brace for impact followed by endure followed by taunting scream.
Victory is imminent.
Okay, should have done that at the start, I guess, if I was going to do
will be
that.
done.
But anyway. Endure. And then, does that even hit these guys? It can hit one of these guys,
Indeed.
okay. That work? They failed it. Okay, so both of them failed, so they will both attack Abelard. Wonderful. Pascal, I would love to get you a little bit further up. So let's do that. We could do intimidation. Which intimidation followed by a single shot to reduce their damage. Could do a buff to us as well. Maybe. Let's just see what we got. So that is... Yeah. 1, 2... Yeah, okay, this is fine. So let's do this first. So I'm going to buff like this.
My vow is to serve.
Okay. I'm going to use intimidation.
Request approved.
And then I'm going to go for shot in at you. We missed. Alright, well, that's gonna end that one. Okay. You trying to run? Oh, he had to run because he had to shoot Abelard, which means that he had to move out of range of Abelard. It's kind of cool. Right, run forward here. Lightning a whole lot of them.
Anything else? What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Hey, we didn't summon anything this time. Crazy, because all it did was increase veil degradation, as I'm fairly certain it's meant to, unless I'm wrong and somebody has told me differently between episodes. But anyway. End turn. Alright. That's pretty good. I might even do a... I'm just thinking how I want to handle this. Let's do
I'll
a
see to it
surefire plan,
personally.
which increases our damage, and I'm going to shoot like this in the hope that it goes through multiple
I'll
targets.
make it happen. Another enemy down.
It did. Aha. And then the extra damage would apply to the next target. Wonderful. End turn. This guy, I'm not sure what you're doing here, but that's okay. I love that they haven't even shot at our one that's out of cover. It's like, not a problem. 2 damage, not an issue. 3 damage, okay, now it's starting to be an issue. Argenta. Fire.
Doubt is for the weak. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Cool. Have you got 3 stacks yet? Not yet. Okay. We can move forward to this one. Right. End turn. Abelard. Here and attack.
Follow my lead.
Could have potentially have charged that one, I guess. But I want to do
It
endure.
will be done.
Okay, and I don't really want to do taunt this time. I guess I could do taunt against this guy. Yeah, because then he's going to have to run. So, yeah, let's do taunt.
At your beck and call.
They succeeded. Okay, they're going to have to run anyway, but yeah. Okay. That's fine. Pascal, I would love to get you here. Unfortunately, you don't have enough movement speed to get you there, which is going to be a real problem. Let's maybe go here and then one of those. I don't really want to hit Abelard, but maybe here and then do this anyway. You did hit Abelard, of course. What else would you do? And then let's just apply some of these to this one.
The Omnissiah knows all.
Okay.
Comprehends all.
Cool. This lets Adira move up. Can Adira hit them? Nope. Alright, well. Good turn. Can we shoot them from back here? We totally can. Alright, surefire plan.
Done.
Followed by a very long shot.
Who if not me?
Nice. Another one down. Okay. This guy is still here. Yeah, lovely. Abelard's been hit a little bit more. Good dodging. Love it. That one's dead. Okay, move up. Then fire. Gonna hit both of them here, but I guess just move up and fire.
Guided by faith.
And then do
Power
this,
resides in the will of the righteous.
which reloads our weapon as well. Shoot.
With you, my Emperor. I'll do it.
Then run and gun. Move here. Sorry, move here. And then shoot like that. There we
God
go.
Emperor, move through me. Fire in my heart.
Okay. And then shoot.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Nice. And now we've got Revel and Slaughter if we need it. But we're not going to, probably. You can't quite reach, but I bet if I ran up, you could reach, right? Target is too close. Okay. Yeah, do
A
that.
tactically sound approach.
Followed by hitting them again. And then they have to run to actually, yeah, to attack. That's fine. Just go over here.
Activate calculated fury algorithm.
Yeah, head up here.
What is this foreboding?
You can now move up here. Okay. Oh, I was hoping that'd be a kill. That would make the life so much easier. Okay. Up here and shoot.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Okay. Go around here and hit him in the back.
My place is at the fore.
Nice. That was a much better combat than previous combats. No demons got summoned whatsoever. That's the way it's meant to be. Crazy. Chainmail. Might as well have a look. And then move the rest over there. What kind of chainmail? What's it giving us? So it gives us better armor, but you get a dodge penalty. Is it better than what you're using? I mean, you would lose your 70% dodge is not bad, I guess. You would lose that. You're kind of the person we're looking at for this. You would lose your logic divided by 10 armor, which is 5%, so it's 25%, and your 2 times machine part rank, which is 1 to tech use. Is that right? What's this called? Holy Vestment. Yes, you would lose your 2 to tech use. It's better armor, but like, I don't know. I think I'm just going to send that to cargo. Right. Head further in. What have you got? Yeah, we'll just collect that. Okay. There's a trap to disarm down there. A blind madwoman next to it.
Would you look at that?
Keep your wits about you.
Would I have a look at that? Okay. Again, like, we don't actually have the ability to sell this currently. The fountain's merry murmur seems to mock the surrounding chaos and desolation.
Rise to the top, or get
Good.
left in the dust.
Nah, that one can go there. It's fine. Oh, there's more here. Nice. We'll grab that.
When
You?
the faithful are idle, heresy grows.
I'm gonna try my best.
Let's proceed.
Okay. Disarm.
I better myself through.
So
my
where is this
service.
going? That's the question. This just another way into that previous fight that we were in? It might be. This might be the way that we were meant to
Always
enter that
keep
previous
your eye on the
fight.
prize.
You know? Because if we had come down this way, then potentially... Oh! These are the lower levels of the upper way. Shut off steam. Yeah, I think this was a way to get behind these guys.
Operation successful.
To the warehouse. I mean, that sounds good. Let's do a quick save and let's have a little look at this warehouse, see if it's a new area or whether
I
it's like
always have a
literally just
backup
filled
plan.
with loot. Well, that's definitely interesting. That implies a lot. Just the loading screen being filled with heresy. Okay. If it is like majorly story important, we may roll it back. Let's see, what's in here? Okay, I may roll it back. I don't think we're quite ready for this. But anyway, let's do it anyway. Sector, Koronus Expanse. Region, Rykad System. Location, streets in the vicinity of the Rykad Menorah starport. Material, report based on oral accounts and picked recordings. Added to the archives of House von Valancius by the order of Seneschal Vercerin. On his journey across a world caught in the throes of a heretical insurgency, the Lord Captain accidentally witnessed an unholy rite that transpired in one of the maintenance rooms of an aqueduct. This abandoned nook turned out to be a heretics' gathering place for performing their grim and profane acts. The large group of rebels stood frozen in patient anticipation, all staring into the center of the room. No one moved, only the murmur of hushed voices echoed against the metal walls. The Lord Captain ran a cursory glance over the room, assessing the situation. The rebels were unremarkable in appearance. They were dressed in the shabby clothes of abject rabble, spoke in coarse voices, and had repulsive faces. But what caught the Lord Captain's attention was the look of strange, almost sinister anticipation in their eyes. This was no gathering of loud blasphemers or bored idlers. Only occasionally would they exchange brief, unintelligible remarks. As they stood in a frozen circle, their gaze turned towards the hulking structure in the center of the room. Bulky power transformers, cogitators, crates and voxcasters took up most of the space. Against their background, the structure in the center stood out oddly, an enormous lens mounted on a stand. It caught the thin sunbeams that made their way through the slits in the ceiling and crossed the half-lit room. Okay. So we can do a lore warp check, which is 95, or an awareness, which is peer into the darkness enveloping the room. Let's do the lore warp. I'm interested. The enormous mounted lens was doubtlessly imbued with the power of the arch enemy, Chaos. Inimical to all that is noble and virtuous in the universe. Anyone caught in the corrupted light it emits will face horrifying consequences. Peer into the darkness enveloping the room. Although barely visible behind the closed ranks of the insurgents, the rusted barrels with evidently flammable contents had not escaped the Lord Captain's keen eye. One good shot at those barrels would decimate the number of heretics on Rykad Minoris. We patiently observed what happened next. As if commanded by a grim unseen force, the insurgents fell silent at once and in a single movement parted. A thick, sickly silence filled the room. The heretic's gaze was turned towards a metal structure with a lens on top of it, standing tall in the middle of a circle of melting candles, piles of books, and unholy symbols drawn on the floor. The structure flashed as a single sunray illuminated it. That is a crazy image on the right. A sound of bare feet broke the sinister silence as a man emerged from the deep shadows. Reeling, he entered the circle and collapsed to his knees in front of the enormous lens. Not a second had passed before many rebel hands gripped the fallen man's shoulders and hair. Remember, comrade, the last sunray you behold will be yours only, shared with no one else. Your holy final dawn. Oh, so this is how they're blinding people, bellowed a lone heretic's voice amid the silent crowd. By the doing of someone else's hands, the lens had turned and its focused ray feasted on the prisoner's eyes. The blinded man's harrowing scream shook the very walls of the place. Consumed by the rite, the rebels had not yet noticed the stranger in their midst. The Lord Captain braced himself and blew up the fuel barrels. Yeah. The pain is meaningless. Only she can show me the true light.
I'll make an example out of
My comrade's death will not stop the rise of a new sun. Well, if it's chaos and it's a she will show me the light, then would that not imply that we're talking about Slaanesh here? I don't know. Unless it's like, I suppose it could be like, you know, not the top demon, it could be like a lower down demon, in which case it could be anyone, but anyway. Definitely don't want to be near those, but there's not really a lot of options here. Idira, I guess I think I'm going to move you here. I'm going to move Idira in... Oh, I can? Okay, that's fine. Well, we'll move us here. We'll move Idira here. Abelard here. Pascal. We're working with what we got here. Is that everybody? It is. Okay. Argenta goes first. I guess I could have moved her differently because she goes first, but let's not worry about that. I want to move up here. And I want to shoot like this at you. Do it.
Rejoice in battle.
Nice. There's a kill. Then we can run and gun and kill another, potentially. Okay, let's run and gun. Get ourselves here. And start firing.
I will bathe this battlefield in battle fury.
Nice. It's good damage. And then we'll do one of these just to boost our momentum. Could also then move ourselves behind this cover slightly on this side. I think that would be fine, actually.
I refuse. This is unacceptable.
Maybe move here.
For the weak.
Yeah. Okay. Good first turn.
Not injured. I'm enraged.
What happened to her there? Psychic Screech, and she took 3 damage. Okay. We could start taking pot shots at people who haven't had their turn yet, like this guy. Could also kill you potentially if you have your turn much later. Yeah. I think I might want to kill this guy. Also, potentially I can hit cover after that. Yeah, so let's go with a... Because we're going to kill him no matter what, I'm going to use our new ability. Increase my ballistic skill. And just go for the best shot that we can.
On it.
Nice. Okay. I think that's fine. Pascal? You could go around this way, I suppose. Actually, before you do, cancel that. Just cast this here. That'll give us all bonuses to... Well, it'll reduce our recoil.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
There we go. Go here. And then I'm kind of looking at one of those over here. Just AoE madness. Yeah.
Forward is no one route. Forward.
Okay. Might as well do some of that. Aurora's prophecy will come to pass. So Aurora's what they're talking about here. Okay. I don't know who Aurora is, but that explains who the she is, basically. Okay. Fire starting cultists on either side. Okay, Argenta's taking a hit, but that's fine. She should be fairly tanky in general. Abelard? Maybe go here and then charge over to this guy. Seems good to me.
Tactics are the best ones.
Nice. We could potentially attack again here, but I actually think we're better off enduring just for when we get attacked by these guys. Oh, and then we can also, yeah, should have done this first. I should remember to brace for impact first. Well, it's only for 1 round, I suppose, so, yeah, okay. It's not necessarily needed. Get in here. And then use that. Yeah, I can't hit you, that's the problem. Use... yeah, I don't have line of sight. I have line of sight against that guy, but I don't think it's going to really work the way I want it to. Could head up here and then just buff Argenta. Yeah, let's... Why can I not do that? No line of sight. Okay. What about instead of moving, I just buff Argenta? Okay.
Was that you? Or...
I then want to do... some foreboding as well. Yeah, I actually do want to move and then do foreboding here.
That is not my destiny.
Yeah, then do foreboding here.
But
do it.
Of course.
Extra dodge. Perils of the Warp, summon the blue horror? Wait, but we're only at 6. Failed degradation. This shouldn't be working like that, but yet it has again. What? This doesn't seem correct to me, but maybe yeah. Maybe I should not do this. Yeah, okay, that's pretty horrible. Yeah, okay, well, hate that. Might have to reload. But if the... I mean, it's making me just never want to use psychic powers ever.
Pain and duty go hand
Which maybe is how you're meant to think about it, but... I'm fairly certain that you're meant to have like a little bit that you're allowed to. Okay. What are you doing? You've killed something. Oh, to summon like a ton of blue horrors. So maybe it's story areas. Maybe you're not meant to use it when there's any amount of this stuff going on. Potentially. I could chuck a grenade at these guys. It's not going to do what I want it to. I could also hit this unholy lens. I could go here to start firing on them. Potentially. Could do the same from here and then start firing on them. Yeah, I think I like that.
Guided by faith.
Okay, cool. Then use a shift 4 to just move back a single step. Okay. Yeah, I hate that. She's gonna be so dead. Yeah, the lightning's not good either. You've now killed Argenta. My thought that things are gonna go well for us has changed completely. We might want to just go for the unholy lens. I don't know what killing that does, but let's shoot this guy.
Another enemy down.
Hey, also hit the lens. Okay. Then let's apply some stuff to you, maybe.
I'll see to it personally.
Yeah. Okay. Pascal. Kind of thinking I might want to start firing like this. You don't really seem to be doing anything currently, which is maybe my fault. Okay. Hey, one extra hit at the end there. There's a fire starting cultist.
Patience has failed me.
Okay. Nice dodge. Warp was deaf to my prayers, he said. Okay. That's fine. Abelard? Could definitely go here and then like hit them like that.
Follow my lead.
That's pretty good. Then buff. Alright, cool. Blue horrors rolling in. Okay. Idira.
Me.
If I do this, I'm fairly certain it gets an attack of opportunity. Yeah. Could try and hit you. That's going to do almost nothing. Could do this to start with. Okay. That's going to be like almost nothing. Yeah, big problems. Let's hit it.
Will do.
Alright, great turn. Carry on. Ow. His ability to actually parry is probably 0 because he has no stats. Yeah. Okay. You guys see the problems we're running into here? Was pretty certain that was a straight hit on Idira, but let's not worry about that. Idira's dead.
Lost in our ranks.
Okay. Definitely thinking like shooting this lens could end up being pretty good. Although we got lower warp on it, but I think let's just shoot, like maybe do one of these to give us extra stats. And maybe just straight up shoot it.
Who if not me?
Yeah, who if not you? As he said, there's no one else left. Oh, there's Pascal. Pascal's not going to hit it. Pascal's got his own problems. Buff?
Running binaric override.
Okay. So, how much armor you got? You got 45 armor. We could do this to just lower armor. Okay. Expose weakness. There's a much higher percentage chance of doing damage. Still have not killed him, but, you know. Take what we can get. Don't set me on fire.
I'll revert to more conservative tactics. I'll be back.
I'll have go more conservative tactics. Dies. Okay. Well, I hope the lens kills every enemy, because that's our play. Yeah, that's our only play. Pretty much. It's just hope that we can, you know, wipe it. Okay. Don't I forgot about Private Camille. Don't forget Private Camille. Well, I mean, you have to stand here. Take the attack of opportunity. We're dead. Alrighty then. Well, I was kind of right on my assumption that we were just quite simply not ready for that. That was too much. It was cool. But our characters are currently utter garbage because we have all these injuries that we can't cure, which means that we are getting destroyed. Also, I can't help but notice that we once again summoned something. I think what you gotta do is you gotta kill the lens, maybe? Do you want to try this one more time and then maybe like try... Alright, let's try this one more time, but the change is
money to be made?
We're gonna kill the lens. Like, we're gonna explode a bunch of them, but then we're gonna make first turn just absolutely destroy the lens in the hopes that that stops them being able to summon demons. If they can't summon demons, then we might have a chance. So let's go. I think everything in the dialogue was basically a 100%. We failed the lore warp test. Okay. But I think these were just giving us options at the end, maybe? Okay. Hold skip. There we go.
You will beg for mercy, but I
That's
will
fine.
grant
Adira?
none.
I'll turn you into corpse starch.
Adira, just be here for now. Actually, Adira, be here. Are you two going first? You are. Oh, in which case, Adira, be here. Argenta, be here. Pascal's going much later. Let's move him here. Abelard, I actually think you were in the right spot. I think you just didn't have time. And then I also think that you're in the right spot. Cool. Adira, go here. I'm going to do a quick save as well. Go here and hit them with some lightning. Wait, did that not say that was going to hit? Oh. Okay, go here. Well, it said we were going to hit that guy first. It does. Okay. Do it. Okay, we got a gloomy premonition this time. It also did not go all the way to that one. Alright. And then we're going to buff Argenta. Okay, cool. End turn. Here. Start firing on the lens. Although we could fire like this to start with, I suppose.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone!
That's pretty good. Go here. Start firing on the lens.
I'll do it.
Nice damage. Okay. And then a little bit of momentum increase there. Good. Alright, they're all running in, which is fine. We're going to get a shot on the lens now. Yeah, let's try and increase our damage. It's one of these. Followed by shooting at the lens. Can I cannot use the analyze enemies on it. Is this 2? That's 2 AP. Alright, well. Wait, no, this is fine. We can use perfect shot. I don't think it gives us any extra damage, but it might at least mean that we slightly better here. Hey, we hit the guy at the back as well. Nice. So we've got 6 health left. Okay, that's fine. He didn't use his turn to summon demons, which we know we can't let him do. That's fine. Maybe I just move Abelard around there and start hitting.
I'm not injured. I'm
Really? You got hit
enraged.
from that? Yeah, maybe I charge Abelard around here. What do you mean there's no path? Okay. What if I did this?
A tactically sound approach.
Followed by doing it again.
At your beck and call. One fewer time.
Nice. Yeah, love to see it. Pascal? You go here and then like start firing over. Could try and apply some debuffs. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that's our play. Use intimidation and then try and shoot something with a single target move. So what if I move here, use intimidation, and then go for a single target shot? I guess I probably want to do this as well. Let's do analyze enemies. I can't even see this guy? Are you kidding me? Is this actually a pillar? Is that what we're getting at here? Maybe these are pillars and we only think that they're empty things because it's hiding them for us. But apparently we can't shoot over it, so I don't know. I guess you're buffing us. Yeah, you can't even buff us currently. What about if you went here? Then can you see it? You could see these guys then. Okay. Yeah, do that. Shoot. Nice. So we now applied intimidation to a couple of them, which should lower their damage, which will be nice, by 6%. And if they have less than 15% armor, well, like this guy has 0 armor, then that's a big intimidation. So that's, yeah. That's double. Okay, cool. That's fine.
Cleanses the body.
We've been hit quite a lot there. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with her. She hasn't dodged like she usually does, even with extra dodge. Could be these guys are just better at hitting. That guy just showed us that he had a grenade but not use it or something. Okay. It's like, look at the grenade. I'm not going to use it. Oh, right. That auto happens at the end of turn 1. Oh. Okay. I mean, definitely lightning seems like a good move here. Yeah. Okay. That's a lot of degradation. See, now we should be like, don't use any more warp powers. Anyway, fire.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
So now they probably can't summon any more. Get around
Faith
here.
without deeds is worthless.
Okay. End turn. They're moving up.
Stop it!
Yeah, that'll work. Just tell them to stop it.
I've suffered worse.
Okay. Yeah, I think I definitely want to shoot at that one up here and kill you.
I'll see to it personally.
Missed a 95% hit. Cool. Cool, 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 cool.
I'll make it happen.
Alright. Buff. Or sorry, yeah. Analyze enemy stuff. I guess we don't have any ability to expose weakness currently, but maybe someone before Abelard's turn can do that. Okay, we had a parallel the warp there trigger, I think. It's not good.
Not dead yet.
Well, you are on the ground though, Abelard. So you might be not dead yet, but you are like the next best thing. Yeah. Not entirely sure here what the plan is. Maybe here and then hit them.
Running binary override.
I'm feeling like I'm probably done with this fight, but we'll see.
Request approved.
He missed again. Yeah, I think because our stats are so low due to like our stacking injuries, we probably need to come back here. Also, why is there something wandering like this? What is going... That's weird. Oh my god, what the... When did that get here? I completely missed the chaos spawning. Wait, is that these guys? No. How did the chaos spawn get here? No Name used ability frag grenade, which did nothing. When did the chaos spawns? Is that this thing? 10% chance the creature becomes a chaos spawn. Lovely, lovely. Yeah, we're unprepared. We are thoroughly unprepared for these scenarios. Hit him. I'm all in on warped chaos, by the way. We can do one of these, a dismantling attack. So we could be like, hey, I'm gonna hit you. Oh, like, that doesn't even do anything right now. Because it has to be within melee range. Oh, because that's the range of our weapon. Yeah, no, okay, sure. Let's wait till we're dead. But I think we're screwed. We could do this. Yeah. That seems good. I do, however, need to kill you.
Doubt is for the weak.
Nice.
I am his
Firearm
will-made
mastery.
manifest. I'll do it.
Kill.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without
All right.
deeds is worthless. Eradicated.
We got him! Okay, I then kind of want to switch to this weapon and do something with it. Have I got anything I can do? No, I can only shoot with the other weapon. Well. I don't know. I guess shoot him.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay, shoot him.
Doubt is for the weak.
Shoot him.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Okay, that's a lot of misses. Switch back to this weapon. Then we're gonna do a running gun. Okay, which then allows us to do this.
I'll do it. You, my Emperor.
Least number of shots by Argenta in a round. Or least number of hits, I guess I should say. That's a dodge, followed by him being burned alive, of course, as is tradition. The roly-poly has now killed Argenta. I'm making sure I kill this guy. I don't really care who else I get. Can I not even see him? I can't even see him from this position. Wait, is there any position I can see this guy from? There we go. Right, shoot him. It's a 95% hit. 95. Sorry, it said 95, but it was actually apparently a 90% chance once you took in everything. Uh-huh. Alright, well, I might as well let them kill me.
Didn't flinch.
That's fine. Yeah, set me on fire. This is great. I love it when there's one person left and they're like, "Yep, can't even hit you."
Can't.
Oh, there we go.
Catch my
They managed
breath.
to get me. Private Camille is still alive.
My battle's
There we go.
over.
Yeah, okay. So I think if you were to clear it in one round, you could probably beat that fight, as in if you were able to clear the thing. The problem is, even if we clear that and stop those demons spawning, we still had the chaos spawning every 10% on those dark prayers. So we would still need to clear those. I think this is the kind of place you go into when you have like what's the word? Stats. Yeah, I think that's the kind of place you go into when you have stats, because we don't have negatives here. You have negatives to everything, so you can't even be a tank very well. You have negatives to things and apparently are summoning Perils of the Warp every single turn. I mean, you were fine, but like you were kind of outnumbered, and having no line of sight caused some severe issues there. And you are useless. I need to figure out what to do with you, because what I'm doing with you right now is not working. So yeah, that's where we are. I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.